Hi everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. Hope you're doing well. Well, it looks like the Bruce Weber era at Kansas State is about to end at 14-16, going into Kansas City as the 8th seed of a 9-team bracket. They'll play on Wednesday against West Virginia in a 7 p.m. game at T-Mobile, and then they would advance to play. It looks like Kansas is going to finish off Texas as I record this in overtime, and KU will be the number 1 seed, I believe. I think that's how the tiebreakers work. And kind of seems fitting that KU might be Bruce Weber's last loss. Or knowing Bruce, he might win that game. You know, these 10 years, and it's remarkable to me, it's been 10 years. That's a lot longer than I thought Bruce would last at Kansas State, but it's been such a mixed bag, and that it's really hard to fully assess his time in Manhattan. But at the end of the day, it just spiraled downward into the toilet. And even this season, that seemed to have some promise. They end up at 6-12 in the Big 12, and down towards the bottom of the stands. They actually finished 9th in the standings. Oklahoma State, of course, can't play in Kansas City, so K-State's the 8th seed. And teams such as Oklahoma State and TCU and even Oklahoma accomplished what Bruce Weber needed to accomplish this season, which is kind of have a breakthrough and towards the end of the season to make a surge. Oklahoma is won a couple here. Maybe they can win some in Kansas City and get into the NCAA tournament. Certainly they will be in the postseason. But now, as I've said, the only way Bruce Weber is going to extend his season is by winning the Big 12 tournament, and that just simply isn't going to happen. This team and Coach Weber looked like they were done. They just did. They put up a fight. Don't get me wrong. They didn't quit. They just looked beleaguered, and Coach Weber wasn't nearly as animated on the sideline as he typically is, and I thought that was really curious. I really hope Bruce Weber doesn't retire. I think he's a fine coach. He's a great teacher. I just think he was in a bad situation where they didn't do a good enough job recruiting. When he was at Illinois, he had such a pool of talent around him that he could recruit. When he comes here, they didn't put enough effort into recruiting and identifying players that could play at the Big 12 level. This season, they actually had players that could play at this level. Mark Smith was terrific. Nigel Pack's fantastic. And I could actually make an argument that this team underachieved. I hope Coach Weber goes back to his alma mater, Milwaukee. They just released their coach and gets his 500 win and continues to teach basketball to young men. It's what he wants to do, and he might be near retirement age, but I don't think he's ready to retire, and I hope he doesn't. But we will see what develops in Kansas City, and I'll be back with more daily deliveries.